You're welcome in the 15th chapter of Yoga with Pradeep Singh. In today's video, I have come up with some new asanas in a series of basic asanas that I have designed for beginners. When I uploaded the last video, I received a call from one of my subscribers, and the caller asked me how to decide which all asanas are basic level of asanas or intermediate level of asanas or advanced level of asanas. So I asked some counter questions to the caller, like how old he is, and I also asked him about his body composition, like weight, height, and lifestyle also. And then I answer the caller's question. And later on, when I thought over this question, I found it interesting, relevant, and logical. So I thought, why not to share the same questions answer with you all. So if you have been watching my videos and you are also confused how to decide which all asanas are basic level of asanas or advanced or intermediate level of asanas, the answer is very simple. As I have already told in my previous videos, that there are 5 elements that decide our fitness. It includes flexibility, strength, that is also called power; stamina, that is called endurance; balance; and weight shifting. Weight shifting means body weight shifting from one body part to another body part. So whenever you are approaching any asana, first you observe your body and observe that which trait out of these 5 traits, which trait you are good at. Like if you are very flexible, or you are very strong, you have strong muscles, joints, bones, or you are good at balancing your body. So according to these traits, approach any asana, and when you approach that particular asana, you will come to know that if you are flexible and that asana is flexibility based, you will be doing that asana easily. However, if you are flexible, then in that case, you may face some issues in performing balance based asanas or strength based asanas. So it depends on that particular asana, how tough you are feeling that asana to deal with. Like if you are flexible and you are trying to achieve any asana that needs strength or that needs stamina or that needs balance, perfect balance, sense of balancing, then in that case what you have to do, when you are approaching that asana, you have to observe how many difficulties you are going through to achieve that asana. If after 2 3 attempts or after trying for 2 3 weeks you can achieve that asana, it means that asana is intermediate level of asana for you. But if after making so many tries you feel that you can't do that asana and you are not able to crack how to achieve that asana, then it means that asana is advanced level of asana for you. So in that case, what you have to do, you will have to follow a particular process, and that process is inclusion of some secondary stretches, some secondary exercises, and some secondary ways to approach that asana which you are feeling is tough for you to deal with. So I will teach you how to approach advanced level of asanas and even the intermediate level of asanas when we'll come to that stage. At present, my full focus is on basic level of asanas. And what is the benefit if you will achieve, you will practice these asanas on regular basis? Your body will become habitual of doing asanas, and when you will practice these basic asanas for a long time, at least for next 6 months and 1 year, you will feel that these five elements that decide your fitness will slowly occupy your body. Like your body will become flexible. Your body will start becoming stronger. Your body will achieve its sense of balancing. Your body will learn automatically how to shift its weight from one body part to another body part. So that is a part of process that I'll teach you when we'll move step by step. So at present, my full focus is on basic level of asanas. So even when you will be doing these basic level of asanas, you may feel some difficulty, but take my words, these asanas are so easy to deal with that it will hardly take one or two extra efforts from your side to achieve them. Okay, so this is my answer, that it depends on your body type, also which all asanas are easy for you to perform will become basic level of asanas. If you will feel some difficulty in performing some asanas, those asanas will become intermediate level of asanas for you. And if you feel that you tried your level best but you can't perform any particular asanas, then it means that those asanas are advanced level of asanas. And for achieving those asanas, you will have to follow a process that I'll decode when we'll move to the advanced level of yoga. Okay, so today in a series of basic asanas, the next asana that we are going to perform is called locust pose, and in Sanskrit it is called Shalabh Asana. So let's go for it, and I'll show you how to perform it, and I'll also tell you about the benefits and the precautions you have to take while you're performing this asana. Let's go for it. Locust pose is one of the ancient poses. Ancient poses means the postures, the asanas designed 5,000 years back. Okay, so how you perform it? You perform it in lying down position. So I just show you. To perform locust pose, you have to lie down on your belly in prone position, like this. So this is called prone position, when you lie down on your belly and stretch your hands out over the head, and also stretch your toes out, and you can place your forehead on the floor. So from here we'll go to the locust pose, Shalabh Asana. Before you go to the locust pose, make sure that the gap between your hands should be equivalent to the width of your shoulder first, and you can maintain the same gap between your feet, and then you should stretch your body. You stretch your hands over the head and stretch your toes out properly so that all your muscles and joints and bones get adjusted properly. And how will you place your head? See, you have to place your head in such a way that your forehead should touch the floor, but your nose should be off the floor. Your nose should not touch the floor. How it should look like this. See, my forehead is on the floor, but my nose is bit off the floor. Why? If you will do this, your neck will be engaged. See, there is some engagement around my neck, and this engagement is important. Why it is important? There is a reason. On an average, a human head weighs 5 kg, that is around 11 pounds. So, to lift your head off the floor, your neck goes through certain pressure because the weight is 5 kg. And on an average, a human head weighs 5 kg. Okay, it may vary. Some people may have less than 5 kg or more than 5 kg. That depends on person to person, but on an average, that is 5 kg. So when you place your forehead on the floor in locust pose, you have to lift your head off the floor, and it will be done with the help of cervical vertebrae. So when you lift your head off the floor, your neck should be prepared to lift your head properly without going through any sprain or cramp. Okay, so for that reason, what you have to do, you have to place your forehead on the floor, but make sure that your nose should not touch the floor, so that you can keep your neck engaged to some extent, so that when you lift your head off the floor, your neck will remain safe. Okay, now let's move to locust pose. So this is the prone position. Your hands are above the head. Spread your fingers, stretch your toes out, place your forehead on the floor. Nose should not touch the floor. Your neck is engaged. And then three, two, one. Lift your hands, your legs off the floor with your head. Stay there for some time. You can take two, three deep breaths and then come down on the floor. Easy. This is locust pose. That is called Shalavasana. So what you are doing in Salavasana, you are lifting your head, your hands, and your legs off the floor, and the whole body weight is handled by your abdominal muscles and lower back. Okay, if you feel that your shoulder are stiff, if you feel your hip muscles, your hip joints are not that flexible or strong enough to lift your legs off the floor, or if you feel that your abdomen area is not that strong, if your back is not that strong, so what you can do, you can divide this asana in some easier form, like I show you. Go to the prone position. If you feel that your shoulders are stiff, so like your one of your shoulders or both your shoulders are stiff, and you are having a problem in lifting your head off the your hands off the floor, so what you do, keep it easy. First, try to lift only one hand off the floor like this and drop it down. Flex your shoulder and check its mobility. Okay, once again, lift and drop. Then try the same thing from other hand. Lift and drop, lift and drop, and then try to lift both hands off the floor together. Lift and drop, lift and drop. So this way, first check mobility of your shoulders. Once your shoulders become flexible enough to help you lift your hands off the floor, then you can perform the main posture, that is locust pose. And on the other hand, if you feel that your neck is not that strong, you feel that your head is uh, having is creating a immense pressure on your neck, so the same thing you can try with cervical. You can do some neck exercise. How? Keep your hands by the side of your chest and then lift your head up and drop. Lift your head up and drop. Practice it separately so that your neck becomes strong enough to lift your head off the floor and hold the weight of your head on air as long as you stay in locust pose. Okay, so now move to the next body part. If you feel that your hip muscles are not strong enough or your hip joint are not flexible enough to help you to lift your both legs off the floor, then you can try the same thing one by one. Take support of your hands and then lift one leg off the floor and drop.